Hello and welcome back to Shattered Haven. Today we start off with a puzzle, and it's a fairly straightforward hide-and-seek puzzle. You just gotta avoid these greys that initially attack you while trying to get the shovel that's up here in the top left. This shovel is important because you need to dig out this organic matter. Not entirely sure what that stuff is. Anyway, a couple of the greys are hidden in trees, which you can set on fire with this handy-dandy torch. Or lamp, I should say. There is a bucket in this level, which is a bit odd. And there's also these visual bugs where the greys are accidentally revealed, which I sometimes wonder if that's not a feature of the game, and whoops, forgot that she was there, because they seem to pop up the second or third time you play a puzzle. This is the third time I'm replaying this one because I couldn't find the last grey. This is quite annoying, I have to say. But the visual bug helps you find it, and there's way more traps in here than you actually need, which is really quite odd. It's a rather easy puzzle. And I'm just going to mention it here for whatever reason. I do not know why. The recording messed up and did not record my audio. Both tracks were recorded straight from in-game audio, which is just utterly bizarre. I do not know what happened. I thought I recorded this episode the same day as I recorded episode 11, so I'm not entirely sure why my program just decided, hey, we're not going to record the microphone anymore, so yeah, that happened. So I'm going to be voicing it over after the fact, and maybe I'll actually prefer it this way. I don't know. Anyway, so we're about to go into the next puzzle, which is the Capricorn stream, which should be quite a bit of fun. So here we are at this rather odd puzzle. You don't have any direct weapons that you can use, except for the 4 javelins. A lot of this you have to either blow them up or set them on fire, whichever you prefer. So I get them all into a little group and blow them up. All but one, which was slightly annoying, so I go and throw another one and blow him up. And then you have free reign to grab all these weapons that you can use on the other greys. And you have to avoid killing the bats, which is slightly annoying, as well as avoiding getting hit by all these traps, which again, really annoying. Anyway, these guys, I believe, just run their own little circuit, so I was trying to figure out the best way of killing them with grenades, because I wanted to at least use them all up as best I could. Fortunately, that grey set itself on fire, so easy enough to deal with that one. Then you have these 2 slow-moving greys, which I have enough weapons to deal with them directly, so just go ahead and stab them. And that is all objectives complete, I believe. I don't believe the ghost comes out for this level either, so you have as much time as necessary to get back without having to worry about it. So as you can see, I forgot to complete all the objectives, which slight bit annoyance. Oh well. And I decide, after falling into the river yet again, to go down south. I thought about going after that jacket, but realized I didn't have any tools for it. And thus decided to head west through the creepy marshes. Still don't have the key for that either, and I have to avoid getting attacked by that wolf/dog, I believe. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why that jacket's sitting there. It doesn't really serve any purpose in the game, but you can easily get it. So I think at this point I decide to grab the canoe, because there's no way to get up to that puzzle up there. And the next puzzle... Or no, never mind. I decided not to take the canoe. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. So I'm trying to get up to that puzzle that you just saw a moment ago. And there is indeed a way to get to it. So I think I decided to go over here and see what that sign says. But I think I decided to go into it. And I would be correct, yes. So we'll be heading into the next puzzle called Cape Graveyard. Should be a bit of fun. As soon as I quit reading it. And no, that is actually Cave Graveyard, not Cape Graveyard. Don't know why I can't read today, but apparently that's an issue. So I'm just trying to figure out the best path of getting through all of this. This is a rather finicky puzzle because you have to avoid getting hurt, which I failed immediately. And yeah, it's really quite difficult because you're trying to trick them into these holes, but you have to kill them in a certain order if I remember correctly. Could be wrong on this one. Either way, they'll fall into a hole once, but not twice, so you can't trick them all into the same hole. I'm sure there's a pun in there somewhere. Can't think of it at the moment. Anyway, can't really trick the last gray into getting into one, even though I probably could have. So I go over here, grab the trap, wooden trap, lead him over, and dead. And just run for the exit while getting hit by the bat. Oh, hello, the ghost. So, that was Cave Graveyard. Not really the most inspiring puzzle, I will say. I decided to head over here real quick to make sure there's nothing over here. There really isn't, because if you go up north, that leaves this area, and that's not exactly where I want to go right now. I'm a little bit indecisive today. I'm just trying to find out the next place to go. I'm not entirely sure where to go at this point, because I can't get up there, and I can't go any further south if I remember correctly. But I'll fall into the river a couple more times just to make sure that I still can't swim. Again. And again. I think at this point I decided, well, screw it, I'm just gonna travel through the plants. Which maybe that was the right way to go, maybe not. Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself today. No, we decided to grab canoes, that's right. Or boats, or whatever you want to refer to these. And get to the puzzle that's up there, through shark-infested waters. And this is called Lava Platform. So you gotta kill the gray lurkers, or kill the grays before the lurkers, kill the children before the lurkers. Yeah, it's fun. So this puzzle is really, really difficult. You have a bunch of wandering greys that you have to get around. And you have to kill certain specific greys while collecting all these weapons and trying not to get hurt, which I fail immediately. And then fail the objective right off the bat. Way to go, Tim. Yeah, so really, this is really tricky. I kind of just said F it, because I think this was like the second or third time I'd tried. And I just said, you know what, not worth it to get the gold. But if you want to get the gold, you have to kill these children before you kill the lurking greys, which you do before you kill the wandering greys, I think. There's the objective board outside, you just kind of figure it out. Oh, and not to mention you have to avoid the giant pools of lava. Yeah, totally reasonable. Not. So, fun puzzle right here. Oh. Yeah, if there's one thing that can be said about Shattered Haven's puzzles, it's that they like to vary between fairly simple and easy to kind of ridiculous. And you definitely see it in this episode. So, can't go farther north, but I gave it a good hearty try. So we decided to head back down south and figure out our next move. Which is preferably knotting the sharks. Which I which I very nearly did. Oy. Speech. For being that English is my first and primary language, you'd think I'd have a better mastery over it. I apparently don't! I did try to whack through these trees, but to no avail. So, go me on that one. Yeah, I tried everything. I wanted to see if there was any way I could get to the other puzzles that were trapped behind trees, but I couldn't figure out a way, so as you'll soon see, I decided to head down south. South through all the dangerous plants, but not before falling into the puddle again. Pool. River? Pond? I'm not entirely sure. I guess just, yeah, giant bits of water. Anyway, ignore me. So I'm like, this doesn't seem so dangerous. Let's keep going. Until that happens. This facility in the west has all my personal effects in it, but I've misplaced the key to it. I was walking in the woods somewhere vaguely near the river, around that area, but not too close to the water at all. I mean, and I found myself in a hidden clearing. It must have been where I left my keys, but I just don't remember how to get back. Anyway, plants like to throw things at you, and they hurt. That's not all they do, as you'll soon see. Ow. Oh gosh, and then it just gets bad. Oh, dang. Yeah. No, throwing things at you is not the only thing they do. They charge straight at you. Because that's how plants act in real life. Oh my. So I take a bit of health and talk to this dude right here. Go away, just leave me alone. Didn't you see that new gray? The marsh boss, of course. This one's fun, and took me a few shots to get through it as well. So, yeah. It's Eyeball Boss. Now, initially this wouldn't seem so hard. I mean, just goes through the holes, right? And you just gotta grab the gun and keep your gun stocked. Well, you can fall into the holes, and not only that, but shooting it makes it redirect itself. And if you shoot in the middle, I believe it separates itself. So, you have more parts to contend with. I'm pretty sure I shot it in half at one point, but I can't remember. Oh, and by the way, the plants are poisonous and will hurt you. Yeah. Okay, they do split off, that's right. So, not only do you have 2 to deal with, I now have 3 and hurt myself. No way to recover your health, so you basically live or die off of what you had. So it got really intense at this point. But I don't think I get hit again. Nope, nope. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, I got hit there. And I'm near death at this point. I figured I wouldn't survive with this boss the way it was. But I got lucky and grabbed a new health increase, as well as a combination paper. So I'm pretty sure we will now be using that soon. So, a bit of a challenging boss. Slightly familiar. And I believe this is where the episode ends, but not before I get attacked by a bunch of murdering plants. Oh, and this is where it gets fun. That guy instantly kills you if you try to go for the bicycle. Yeah, he's charming and lovely. Hey. But I do now have a new encyclopedia entry. Because pretty much he just says he'll kill you really fast, really hard. Yeah, fun times ahead. Of course, I just had to get bitten by that plant again. I think, yeah, that's right. I try and go for it again because I thought, well, maybe I got too close to him. Yeah, as you'll soon see, yeah, he won't let you get it no matter what. Quite annoying, that is. So, that's it for episode 12. Hope you enjoyed.